Hi, welcome friends. Today, we are going to watch an amazing fantasy film. Without wasting any time, let's dive into the movie. In the beginning, humans on Earth fought with each other and died. Seeing this, God came to Earth to stop the fighting, but the humans even killed God. In response, God's three sisters became demons and decided to make the humans their slaves. Now, let's meet the hero of the story, Erlin and his master. They came to heaven with a mission to destroy the barrier between Earth and heaven, which had been created by the three demons. The demons created this barrier to prevent humans from entering heaven. The demons try to distract them pretending like human souls, but Erlin and his master easily uncover this trick. Meanwhile, a knife attacks them from the clouds, but Erlin somehow manages to defend with his weapon. One of the demon gods appears and says, "If you came here to negotiate, forget it." She offers a deal. "If you give me all the human souls, I will destroy the barrier myself." But the master refuses, so Erlin begins to fight. The demon god is powerful, controlling her weapon with a simple swing of her hand. Erlin struggles, but the master intervenes and tells Erlin, "I will handle her. You go destroy the shield." The master starts fighting the demon god, while Erlin flies towards the shield. Meanwhile, the demon god uses her power to throw fireballs, and a firestorm surrounds Erlin, throwing him off course. Suddenly, Erlin wakes up and finds himself in a village. The villagers have saved him. However, the village is surrounded by smoke, and the villagers are decorating a girl and taking her somewhere. The girl's name is Min. After Erlin regained consciousness, he came out and felt confused. Meanwhile, the demon god's warriors brought a palanquin. The demon gods had already come to the village and made a deal. They would take one girl's soul to save the village. The villagers had agreed to this deal to protect their homes. The girl was about to enter the palanquin, but someone interrupted and stopped her. It was her brother. He immediately began fighting the demon warriors. The demon warriors, realizing they were losing, joined together and transformed into a massive dragon. Seeing this, the villagers panicked and rushed to safety, but the dragon attacked them all. In the chaos, a small girl fell and started crying. Seeing this, Min rushed to help her, but the dragon was about to strike. Erlin intervened, striking the dragon's head with his hand. His necklace badge glowed, and the dragon was thrown away. The dragon, however, quickly recovered and was about to attack again. This time, Erlin drew his weapon and killed the dragon. Witnessing this, the village head shouted at Erlin for attacking the demon warriors. They were worried that the demon gods would retaliate. Meanwhile, one person noticed the locket around Erlin's neck and said, "That is a symbol of God. He came to save us." Realizing this, the village head led Erlin to a different place and apologized, saying, "I'm sorry for yelling at you without knowing you came to save us." Erlin replied, "I am not a complete god, only half a god. Although I was born in heaven, my body is like a human's." After that, they showed Erlin a sketch of the demon. Upon seeing it, Erlin immediately recognized her as the one he had fought in heaven. Erlin said, "The demon gods are powerful. To fight them, we need a special god's weapon, but it's located in the god's mountain. It's not easy to obtain. I will have to cross several obstacles to get it." Meanwhile, Min said, "I will come with you. I have the power to see who is truly human and who is a demon. I will definitely be helpful on your journey." Back in heaven, the demon gods were watching them but did not react. They knew that obtaining the weapon would be extremely difficult, and they believed that if Erlin tried to get it, he would die along the way. Erlin and Min began their journey to find the weapon. On their way, Min was talking a lot, but Erlin noticed someone was following them. He threw his weapon, but it was Min's brother. He said, "I will join your journey to protect my sister." They reached a mountain cliff and saw the dangerous god's mountain. As night fell, Min noticed a candlelight floating on the river. They followed it and saw an old woman preparing candles. She said, "There's a nearby hotel where you can rest." The three of them went to the hotel, where they saw people eating. They took a seat as well. Meanwhile, a beautiful woman approached Erlin and tried to enchant him by offering him a drink. Erlin avoided it and suddenly twisted her hand. Min's brother shouted in surprise, but Erlin calmly said, "These are all illusions. The people here are repeatedly doing the same thing. Close your eyes and open them." When Min closed her eyes and opened them, she saw that the woman no longer had a mouth. The woman immediately flew away and slammed the door shut. The hotel turned into an abandoned, eerie place, with the people now turned into skeletons. A person began writing magical words, and the fight began. The demon drew power from the magic words. and Min noticed that there was a magic word clipped to the woman's hair. Min's brother took the word, but Min was in danger. Erlin quickly saved her, and when they changed the magic word in the clip, the person vanished, and the woman became normal. The woman began to tell her story. I have been controlled by this person since childhood. He clipped the magic word onto my hair, and after he died, his soul continued to control me. I'm so happy you saved me from this curse. She gave them a candle and vanished. Afterward, they found the god's mountain and entered the place. There, a small demon welcomed them and said, "If you want to get the weapon, you must pass me to get to the next entrance. We'll play a game." With a snap of his fingers, the place changed into a forest. The little demon said, "The weapon is on my back. Whoever can take it without touching me wins and gets to pass. But if you touch me, you will turn into a statue like them," and he shows several statues around them. The demon immediately began to chase them. He was about to touch Min's brother, but Erlin threw his weapon and saved him. Min's brother quickly threw his whip around the demon's leg, hanging him upside down. The weapon fell to the ground, and Min's brother was able to grab it and win the challenge. The next portal entrance opened, and they were about to go through, but the little demon tried to stop them. Min's brother held him off, telling them to go. In that moment, Min's brother was turned into a statue. After entering the portal, Min fell to the ground, devastated by her brother's fate. But Erlin said, "He's not truly dead. If we obtain the god's weapon, we can bring him back from the statue." Upon knowing this, Min was convinced. Meanwhile, the place was surrounded by fog and crystals, and a new demon appeared. It said, "If you want to cross me, you have to draw me exactly." The twist, however, was that it wasn't her original face. She vanished immediately, and a drawing table appeared. Min tells secretly something to Erlin, and they drew the demon's face perfectly. The demon asked, "How did you draw me?" Erlin replied, "We saw your original face in the reflection of the crystal." The demon allowed them to pass, and just as they did, the place began to collapse. Erlin and Min ran toward the portal, but unfortunately, Erlin crossed through just before the portal closed. Min shouted, "Get the weapon so you can save us all." Erlin released her hand and entered the third task. There, a headless demon appeared and said, "If you want the god's weapon, you must fight and win." Erlin immediately attacked, using his weapon's firepower, but the demon easily threw him aside. Next, Erlin infused his weapon with lightning and hurled it, but the demon absorbed Erlin's power and threw him back again. Then Erlin transformed his weapon into rings and attacked, but once more, the demon sent him flying. Erlin realized he couldn't defeat the demon through conventional means. He reflected on all his losses and, determined, began attacking with all his might. He summoned his full power, gathering all his weapons, and struck with everything he had. In a final desperate move, he stabbed the demon and drove the weapon through its back. When the weapon entered the demon's body, it began to glow and transformed into the god's weapon. It turned out that the demon itself was the god's weapon, and whatever weapon passed through it would become the god's weapon. At that moment, the portal opened and Min emerged, running to Erlin and hugging him. Min's brother appeared too, claiming he had killed the demon. Min then explained that by defeating the crystal demon, she had gained teleportation powers. The place began to collapse, and they escaped, emerging into the outside world. There, they saw the demon god, who laughed at them. "Thanks to you, Erlin," she said. "I've gained even more power from opening the god's mountain." She vanished, but Erlin tried to follow. Min stopped him, saying, "We have teleportation power now." Using that power, the three of them traveled to the demon god's realm. The demon god warned them to leave, but Erlin attacked with his weapon. The demon easily blocked the strike. Min's brother also used his whip to attack, but the demon effortlessly defended herself, throwing both of them away. Min used her teleportation power to save them from falling. Erlin told Min to create a portal, sending his weapon through it. Min's brother also tried attacking, but the demon god was too powerful, easily countering their every move. She knocked them both down and sent a huge sword to kill Erlin. Min intervened, creating a portal to stop the sword. She used all her strength, but she couldn't hold it for long. As a result, she weakened, and the sword shattered into pieces, causing Min to fall. Erlin caught her just in time. Min smiled and said, "It was a pleasure to save you," before vanishing. Erlin couldn't accept that Min was gone. Meanwhile, the demon god attacked Min's brother, and he fell. Erlin, holding Min's soul as a flower in his hands, felt its power. When it attached to him, he transformed, becoming far stronger, and his third eye opened. With this newfound power, he became a full god. The demon god sent several swords to attack him, but Erlin dodged them with ease. As he moved forward, the demon gathered all the swords to strike, but Erlin escaped and aimed his weapon at her head. He declared, "When we came here first, we couldn't destroy the shield, but now, I'll destroy it." With that, he stabbed his weapon into the ground. Immediately, the place began to crumble, and the shield broke apart. Erlin took the crystal ball from the remains. At that moment, 3 demon gods appeared, enraged by the destruction of their temple. In their fury, they merged into a gigantic, 3-faced demon. But Erlin, without fear, climbed the demon's body and stabbed his weapon into her hand, severing it. The demon god used her other hand to attack, but Erlin evaded and used his third eye power. He sent his weapon flying like a bullet, piercing through the demon's body and destroying it. The demon gods fell to the ground broken. Erlin was about to finish them off, but someone stopped him. It was none other than his master. His master said, "Killing them isn't the solution. We must give them a chance to realize their mistakes and change." The master opened a magic chart and imprisoned the demon gods inside until they atoned for their actions. "Erlin," his master said, "now you are a full god. You must go to the village and help the people there." Erlin accepted the guru's words, but his thoughts lingered on Min. He placed her candle in the river and said, "In this life, we are not together, but in the next life we will be." And with that, the story ended. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.